What's up, everyone? Bright and early here on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Here we go. Look at me, forgetting my days already. But we've got a lot going on. We got some fish going out. You guys remember that 150 that was right here? It is now drained and going home with my friend over there. And we have this 170 that's going to go up onto the stand. But not only is he taking the 150, he is also loading up a bunch of other tanks. He's taking a 60 tall, so it's the same size as a 40 breeder, just taller. A 65 tall. And then back here he's clearing out some. So here's the stand for the 150 and also this 75 over here. And we'll see what other stuff we can give him along the way. Okay, as I said, the craziness has started. We are going. Got all these in the truck loaded up. You got the 150, the stands, you got the tanks up front, you've got tanks inside, and we're still waiting to get this stand loaded up onto the truck. And then we got to carry the fish out and get this tank up onto the stand as well. And voila, like that. Now we gained only a couple inches on the tank, went from a 150 to a 170. That's fine, got a little upgrade, gives us a little more room in quarantine, fills up this space. And we got rid of the old tank. Now this is going to warm up a bit. Then we're going to fill it with water and set her back up. I got to get some lids for on top. And then start putting this place back to get together. We got some new word on the sump and whatnot. That should be here a little bit sooner than anticipated. But we will play it by day and we'll see. But we got this tank cleaned out, that tank cleaned out, condensed all the Dovi over into this 240. Now we have just a pleco in here, just a suncat down there. Got rid of the parrots as well. So empty. Just have some mbuna in here. All the community fish are gone from that tank, so that's empty. This tank is empty with them haps now gone. So we are clearing out some room. I'll be able to move some of my fish into the quarantine tanks and start breaking down all of these smaller tanks and actually have somewhere to put them. I can bring the moray eels out of that 135, put some bigger stuff down that 135, and really be able to start making this stuff happen and come together. It's gonna get crazy. Okay, we already got this puppy filling back up. Or actually not filling back up, it's filling for the first time. But she is doing good. I went ahead and cleaned out the bottom because there was some dirt and crud in the bottom. But she is filling as we speak. Looking good, doing great. And she is ready to go. Already got the pre-seeded sponge in there, so this tank is ready to go for quarantine. And that leaves everything pretty much empty here in the quarantine racks. But we got to do something with all these Dovi still. We got rid of a big portion of them, but we still have plenty more to move. There's probably, I'd say, 150 just in view right here. That is a lot of Dovi cichlids. This little guy, actually gonna move him into the 580 here soon, probably even tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. And we've got many more things that we're going to move, like these moray eels right down here. We're gonna go ahead and pull them out, get them into a different tank, and this 135 will be opened up for some more fish to come over here. Not sure if you guys seen, but we did pick up this Midas down here. He's kind of a nice looking Midas. I think he looks pretty sweet looking. If he can turn to his side, there he goes. He's kind of like a reddish marbled pattern, something you don't normally see too often. But he's over here because he's a little bit mean, so he's in a portion of this 170 down here, and he is going through quarantine tied into the rest of these fish up here. Okay, little update on these puffers. Still no signs of any aggression towards the tank mates as expected. These guys are doing fairly well, and they are coming up in size pretty quick. But I want to try them in with Mr. Cooper here, and the thoughts is that 500-gallon cube out there Then that'll empty both of these tanks out so we can go ahead and get them moved. Then that just leaves us pretty much, these two tanks are empty. Didn't even show you guys, thought it'd be pretty boring. We took all the crushed coral out of this bottom tank, put them in the salt water tank out there. So this is just a tank ready to be drained. This one is empty of fish now and just has plants in it, so we're waiting to drain that last minute. This is the last one that we are kind of waiting to do something with, but this is going to be a hard one because it's going to have to come all the way down. Okay, well that's all going on. Tank's filling up a little bit more. We have Reap and the boys. They are going to clear out a fish room. My friend is getting out of the hobby. Needed us to take a bunch of the fish. So just as we got quarantine empty, we now have it being filled right back up. I know, tisk tisk. But you know what? It helps a friend out. You'll see some cool fish coming in. And we'll be able to rehome some cool fish as well. You know, we get rid of, common fish. We get rid of rare fish, big fish, small fish. As long as you have the means to take care of them and you can show me that you have, general knowledge for the species, I have no problem giving fish out to great homes and, rehoming stuff. We have rare stuff all over. I don't keep everything, nor can I. So that definitely, we want to get some of these other big fish out of here as well. But while I have the thought in my head, let's get a little update on the fish in the monster pond. Everyone's doing great. The iridescent sharks, the albinos, have healed back up. They just had them one little nip on them, and they are doing amazing. But back here, we've got the albino goonch. He's coming up on closer to 2 foot. Man, he is getting massive. So these tiles here are 12 inches. He's, when he lays flat, I'd say he's probably around 20, 21 inches. But we have this albino Asian red tail here, and we have another one that is what you would call a gold or a xanthic. So we're going to go ahead and grab him now and put him in this 580 with the big old Paraiba and get some more activity into this tank. All right, here we go. Not sure which one's going to be bigger, but we'll find out here soon.
Just reach in and grab a fish. No problems.
Okay, here we go. This is the new guy. Let's see who is a bit bigger. Enjoy your new 580, bud. Look at him. He might be a little bit bigger. Kind of hard to tell. They're almost identical in size. Look at him back there. I'd say he's probably 11 inches. He's almost 12, maybe 11 and a half. Oh, they are so similar in size. That is crazy.
You don't feel nervous at all with the Paraiba?
He is a little bit bigger than him, and he's been fine in here, so no. Okay. I don't have a problem, but I do want to up this Paraiba in tank size here soon. He is definitely.
Put him in with the jowl and the goonch?
Only one way to find out. I mean, there's the smaller goonch. I want to go ahead and take him in there as well. But these guys are just eating so well, and the goonch just started eating so well again. So when they're doing good, you just don't move them. Okay, we got my boy Casey here. Casey's Ponds and Aquatics, also first class. He came over, dropped off these rays. The other albino is in with the albino pearls. But we came across this little Peroon shark. You don't see them too often. Actually, they're not allowed to be imported anymore. So we found this one, and he had to have him. So we brought him in. We got him eaten. As you can see, he's got a full belly, eating on pellets. Well, now he's going to go home. He brought this, king size, transport tub, but he'll be all right in there. And you guys can see him growing out on Casey's channel. Okay, as I was talking about, there goes the ray that just came in. There goes a marble cat. Got a bunch more plecos in. Got a gold spot. Some big commons. We did pick up this red tail. Another gold spot. And then this little lima shovel nose down here. Those guys are all going to be going up for adoption as well. I did just get rid of the Midas that was down here. You guys seen in the beginning of the video. He is already gone. But we are working on some stuff over here now. As you guys can see, there's a little bit more plants and stuff added to this tank here. So we got this one added, that added, a few more of these pots. Been moving the plants over from this tank here over into that tank, and I went through and groomed them so they're nice and fresh and healthy. They'll go into that tank, and now this leaves just these fish in here, and we can pretty much take this tank down at any point, drain it, and she is good to go. Okay, this tank is getting dirty, stirring it all up, but this tank is coming to life. There goes that little mustache Synodontis, and he is gone. We got the gold clown knife in here already. That's the one with no spots on him. Look at him, how cool. Got Cooper over here and the Irwini catfish already. And this tank just went from barren to looking pretty freaking sweet. Okay, we got our last guy here. He is going right up into this 1,000. There you go. Let's see him. That is one of the calmest biters I've ever seen. Now he gets to join the herd. This is actually a Lapridae. You can't really see his patterns right now, but he's about 13 inches long, and he was on a growth spurt, so he'll just fit in with the rest of the clan in here. He'll go back there and hide, and you probably won't even see him again. At least not for a while, but you got some big monsters here. But look at him. He just got upgraded to a 1,000-gallon, bud. How do you like that? You must be loving life. Just went from a 200 to a 1,000-gallon. Okay, this tank is now drained out. It's empty. It's done. No more fish in here. The filtration's done. Tank got stirred up. It's yucky. None of that water's going back in. This is to be drained. This tank will be moved out, and then we got to move that tank over onto this stand. Now that means we have all these fish moved over into the same tank. So now we've got the Cooper, we've got the other puffers over here, and I've been watching these guys, and they all seem to be fine. They're not, you know, any towards of aggression towards each other, which I didn't think there would. The only thing I was worried about was possibly the size, but he seems to be a very mellow, calm puffer, and I see no problems with these guys right now. They are all in this 265, so they got a bit more room. I'm going to go ahead and let these guys calm down, and we'll come back. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and sign off here. Things are moving, but before we go, I want to show you guys something awesome. We have the tanks. They are starting to be cut and fabbed. So as you see on screen right now, that is the steel tanks being fabricated. All the steel sheeting is being cut. How cool is that? Now, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We will catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishy, my friends.